Well, happy Monday evening to you. Chris Hare here, the Crypto Cowboy, bringing you yet another update. Today is Monday, September 29th. It's about 9 o'clock Texas time. Finally getting around to getting these videos wrapped up, show you guys what I'm seeing, where we're kind of going to go. It's kind of a mixed bag of emotions here, but I'm pretty confident we've got this thing figured out. So before we get started, the video is not for financial advice. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Use caution when trading crypto. You could lose all of your money. So if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell notification. You'll get alerts just as soon as we drop a video. But I got first hate mail today. It was pretty interesting. Only been recording these videos, about 8 days now? So, it's coming. The pump was a little bigger than we all expected. I'm not surprised, but it was a little out of the ordinary. There was a lot of shorts up top, a lot of liquidations to go grab. So it happens. What you guys got to keep in mind in my trading strategy is a 4-hour to daily chart. Some of my trades take 12 to 15 days to complete. I've got a Solana trade open now that's been open for 7 days. Now it's in 300% profit, and it'll probably finish out around 8 or 900%. But these things take time. And what you've got to keep in mind is I don't hardly look at hourly charts. I don't want an hourly pump. I'm looking for the bigger moves, the 3, 4, 5Xs. That's where my specialty is. Now, I am going to bring Leisurefish in from the crypto school. He's a wizard at those shorter term time frames, and we're going to blend this all together, and he's going to give some of his thoughts on where he thinks you might get those quick pumps. But these things take patience, guys. Don't rush them. Don't be disappointed when things don't go immediately the way and just say, oh, you're wrong, because I'm not wrong. I know where it's going. It's going to finish up where we said, but you're going to have these little mid-range pumps in between, and it's common, and it is what it is, guys. So without further ado, I'll get off my soapbox, quit ranting. Let's go to the charts. Let's see if we can't learn something tonight and figure out what's going on. So here we go. Bitcoin on the 1 hour. I'll go to the 1 hour just because we need to see what's going on. So we finished. Let me back into the 4 hour because we need to discuss what happened, what went wrong, what's going on. So we're in this corrective move. I went ahead and drew a parallel channel on it just so I thought it might be a better visual for you guys. Let me take one of these off. There we go. But yeah, we finished a 5-wave move down. Okay. I thought we were in 4. It's not a big deal, but we get a pump after. And I said last night, we may come up and test this 50. And there was a possibility to go to the 618786, which is exactly what we did. I think this move is probably finished. Cypher's closing off. Stochastic RSI is maxed out. The regular RSI is maxed out. I really think this move is almost finished. But our fib extensions are at 120 to 123. So that's a possibility. If you go to the 1 hour, you can see we've got a pesky fair value gap down there. We've completed 5 waves. Wave 1 wasn't very impressive. And then we went to wave 3, wave 4, finishing out wave 5. A lot of times when these things feather on the end, that's a pretty good indicator that this move's probably over. So there's 2 options here. We plow through, we go through here and retest and bounce around, work our way on down, or we bounce one of these fair value gaps and head on up to the 1272, 1618. My inclination is that we don't go to the extensions. It's just not the right time. The dailies are still hot, and we'll show that in a minute. So I think we're going to go on down. So going back to our 4-hour chart, you can see we've hit our target, moving on down. Next move down would be somewhere around 104 to 100,000. Moving out on the daily, you see the same set of moves. There's the fib extension up there, 118 to 121. We could do it. There's room. Daily RSI is rolling over, and it's following a trend here. So generally when they follow that trend, they go ahead and respect it and go on down. Stochastic still shows some room. The Cypher's starting to roll over. I really feel like it's done, but you can't rule it out. My target still remains 105 to 99. With the possibility to go lower, 93 to 85,000. So if we do go down and we hit this 105 to 99, there will be a bounce. There will probably be a significant bounce, come up and retest some other things, and then come back down. But that's kind of where we're headed with that. I know it's long-winded tonight, but I want you guys to have a full understanding of what I'm looking at. I try to explain these things the best I can. So here we are on the daily on Ethereum. 4 waves completed. Invalidation on this would be right about where this dotted line is. That's why I have it there. It was an alert for me to let me know to bail out of a trade if I needed to. But it looks like we're already rejecting. If we look at our, not our fibs, if we look at our indicators, daily RSI is rolling down. 4 hours kind of there. The cipher's kind of losing volume there. So yeah, 3,500, 3,100. I think we get a bounce there, and we're going to come up a little bit higher before we head on down to these bottom targets, 2751, 2151. Can't rule out this golden zone up top. I'm not optimistic, but it's there, and you need to stay aware of it. The reason I say that is if you go to the 4 hour, you've got this big, ugly fair value gap right above you. I don't think it's time to go through it. We've bounced off of the top of this channel. There's your 50 smooth moving averages, which we rejected. It's a possibility you come down to the 200 smooth, try to make a run at it again. Time will tell. But going down, and you can see everything's oversold. The cipher's pinching off, really indicative of a down move. So where are we looking? Well, we've tapped into this 39.68, 37.01. So your next lower targets are in play, 29.30 to 23.80. XRP on the daily. Again, all these charts are in the crypto school. You'll find links to that in my description. If you have questions, want something to refer to, it's an excellent place. Just like I said, my buddy Laserfish, he's in there all the time. Gives great TA on those short-term trades. I just work a lot, and I don't have time to babysit them. So that's why I kind of leave them alone. Looking at ETH here on the daily. Completed 5 waves. Wave 1 down. Wave 2. I believe this is probably all of wave 1. Let's break this down here. What do we really have going on? Here's a learning experience for you guys. Okay, so wave 1's here. I'm thinking about it here. How does this? Okay, so what's going on here is we're in a corrective consolidation pattern. All of this would be A. This is B. This is C. Or we can pump W, X, Y, not just a WXY pattern, because you've got 2 more moves. W. Drew that wrong. Because we're on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. It's hard to see that move on the daily, so if you go into the 4 hour, it breaks it down a little better. Yeah, ABC down. You could consider this 1, 2, 3. This is why it's corrective. This is all of 1. This would be 1 and 2, 3. May have another shot to go up here. Yeah. Invalidation would be right around 2097. 297. Your 618786 golden zone is $3 to 308. It may have another move run left in it. If we pull up our stochastics and our RSI, well, we've got to sell on the 4 hour. Everything's overcooked. It's a little bit of room left on this RSI. Can't rule out a run to the top side there. Invalidation on a 5-wave pattern. I see what's wrong now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All makes sense now. Completed 5 waves down. That's why we had a move. So that leaves the door open here. We're overcooked. There's a wave 1. Let's go to the 1 hour. I'm glad you guys get to see this. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. I have it marked here as a WXY. Yeah, 5 waves completed. W, X, Y. Yeah, this move's done. Basically, if you flip this over, it's an ABC down, ABC up, just because it's corrective, just like you get a corrective ABC down. But in a corrective up, you call it a WXY. So this move's completed. Should look for an ABC down. Probably looking for our bottom targets. I wouldn't rule those top targets out just yet. They're up here. I want some confirmation. Maybe if you lose equilibrium or this 50 smooth moving average, that's probably a good opportunity for a short. Let it lose it, retest, set your stop loss above it, and look for your bottom targets. 256, 239. If you wanted to consider a long here, I'd wait for a breakout above this 200 smooth moving average, let it retest, take your long, stop loss below it, let it run up 307, 318. Yeah. So there you go. 2 different options there. Pretty in-depth tonight. Maybe a little complicated for some of you, the beginners, but I think it's necessary. We can't miss these moves. Solana on the 1 hour looks pretty done. 5 waves. Pretty easy. Made a sharp drop. We'll go to the 4 hour, figure out where our next moves is, if there's a possibility to bounce. Still didn't make it up to that golden zone. Equilibrium's here. The 50 smooth moving average is here. It's going to be awful hard to break both of those. That's pretty strong resistance. I'm more inclined to think that this move is probably done. Probably heading down 190 to 184. Finishing out the move somewhere around 178 to 169. We'll get a bounce. Not as big as this one, but something similar to it further down. Probably, I meant to say bigger than this one. 8 on the 4 hour. Completed wave 4. You can see the rejection there. Working down for wave 5. What's your target? 71 cents, 63 cents. Possibility to run up and tap this fair value gap. Maybe it hits this order block, tries to make another run. I'm not confident in that, but the opportunity's there. If I was looking for a short in this, the risk reward's not great. It would be risky. You would have to take it here, put your stop loss above all of this and ride it down. I think you'll probably get another bounce, probably a little more significant once you hit these extensions. If we don't tap this fair value gap here, we'll definitely run up and try to tap it on the next leg up. Moving out to the daily, you can see ABC correction. We just finished wave 3. This is why I don't think we're going any higher. This move for wave 4 can't breach wave 2. It can move, retest, and come out of it, which it did. Looks like our targets are for sure 70 cents to 61 cents for XRP on the daily. Hope that makes a little more sense. It's really making me think, which I like. So I think we're good. Yeah, okay. So here we are. Link on the daily. I'm thinking as I'm doing these guys, I want to make sure we get them right. Yeah, wave 1, wave 2. Top of wave 1 is here. Wave 4 can't breach that. It's rejecting. Makes a lot of sense. Looks like we're going to move on down to this golden zone right down here around this fair value gap. Readjust my drawing for you so it's easier to see. 1729, 1448. Go to the 4 hour. It's going to confirm that. You see there's that big ugly fair value gap. Ran right up to it. It's like they never tap them the first time. They go real close. And then they do it. What I think is a lot of people put limit orders in right here, so they front run that. Rejected the 50 smooth moving average. This XRP's done. I don't see any possibility, or Link is done. I don't see any possibility of going to $23 or $24. Bottom target 1915, 1846 on the 4 hour. Moving on to SUI on the daily. I haven't looked at this all day. We may have some adjustments here. It's following our chart. Really nice. Same chart from last night. Haven't touched it. Moved up today. Not as impressive as Bitcoin. It's still going to come on down. Looking for around this 252 area on the daily. On the 4-hour, same thing. Rejected the golden zone. Pretty textbook play. Same drawings are playing out. WXY, we drew it perfect. ABC down. 257, 287 looks like a solid target. Looking at AVAX. Still in this trade. Patience pays every time. Actually rejected off the 382 here. Coming on down. Probably retest 2664 to 2401. Not confident in a bounce there. If we look at the hourly, yeah, this move's cooked. You can see we just put in a fair value gap above it. Gonna push through this fair value gap, work our way on down. Go out on the daily. Yeah, still in our A wave. Working on down. Like I said, this half is 25. Still looking for 22.73, $19.13. Last but not least, near protocol in a short on this as well. Took it from right here. On the daily, working on our A wave. Still got a B wave to go. I think A comes on down now. Tests out equilibrium. Got another move up coming at some point. Work on down. 238, 211. Heading down into the 4-hour. Yeah, agrees with that perfect. Draw your 4 here. You can see it didn't breach. It breached wave 1 in the wick, but it didn't close above the body of wave 1, so we know the move's not invalidated. Work on down now. You can see we hit the golden zone here. Working down to our fib extensions. Somewhere around 227, I think is good. Somewhere around this bottom trend line, $2. I think that's a solid target. If we go out on the daily just to look, going to confirm that. 238, 211. I like it. All right, guys. So that's kind of a rundown of the charts. I really tried to give you an alternative for either direction tonight. I know that's important, and I apologize for overlooking that. I get in the mindset of we're looking at 4-hour charts, and I don't use it at all. So I'll start throwing that in there, give you possibilities for certain bounce areas, and maybe we can avoid any kind of headaches again. And that awful hate mail, I always just kind of think, you know, you could probably do your own work and trade these yourself. But it can't always be that way, right? All right. So I want to show you one more thing. The crypto school. Everybody talking about it tonight in a weird spot. I think we all got confluence with totally different styles of trading. This guy trades one way. This guy, Leisure Fish, my buddy, trades another way. Like I said, he's a wizard on the lower time frame. So you listen when he says you need to look at something, you pay attention. Yeah, there's me, Coach Chris. Like I said, I went this morning. I have a little voice recorder, and it takes all my notes, puts them in AI, and you can see I dropped them down this morning. Couldn't do a video, so I did a quick vocal call. Tells you everything I'm working on. Of course, you know Connor Kinney, Tyler Hill, Fish is in here. Satoshi's giving great calls. I think he killed it today. Just a great place for people to hang out. Community gains, people capitalizing on that jump. That was from last night. So all of this is today. People found the longs. People ran with them. People made money. If you're ever wondering about where things are going, these guys are on top of it. They always have a good head on their shoulders. They always make sure everybody's right. So I'm going to wrap it up tonight. Rather long video, but I think we needed to cover that and get into a little more detail to make you guys a little more comfortable. Like I said, these things are so volatile. I do my very best, but sometimes things go past where I think, sometimes don't get there. But like I said, get out on these 4-hour daily charts. Get comfortable with the moves. If you're getting stopped out or liquidated, guys, lower your leverage. Start with some smaller margin. If you're getting there's no excuse to get liquidated in these time frames. Drop it down 5x, 3x, 7x. Anything's better. But I see guys, oh, I got liquidated, but I'm 40x. Well, yeah, I'm on a 4-hour time frame. If you're going to trade 40, 50x, get on the lower time frames, 15-minute, 1 hour. I don't trade them. I don't have time for it. I can do it, but it's risky, and you take a chance at losing capital. I'm more consistent on the high time frames, so that's where I trade, and that's where I'm going to continue to trade. But if you have any questions, if you need anything else laid out, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Send me a voicemail, comment on the video, comment on these videos, tell me why I'm right, tell me why I'm wrong. I don't care. It helps the algorithm. So the more you guys comment on there, the better off we do. So without further ado, I'm going to shut this one down tonight. I really appreciate your time. I hope this was a little enlightening for you. And once again, my name's Chris Hare, the Crypto Cowboy. We'll see you down the road.